What you're hearing is the sound of a very contented cheetah purring. And over the next few minutes you're going to hear that sound quite a lot. The staff at Perth Zoo work extremely hard to build up a relationship with their animals. But what is the basis of a relationship between two totally different species? In this case, a cheetah and a human handler.
Trust. That's all it is. She trusts us. She doesn't think that humans will hurt her or do her any harm. She has complete trust in the fact that we will do, I guess, what's best for her. And even if we have to do something that hurts her, she'll grumble and she'll growl. She doesn't like it, but she knows that you're doing something that's going to help her. She could inflict a lot of damage if she wanted to, but she has that trust in us that we're not going to hurt her. And certainly if we cornered her and she thought she was going to be hurt, she would be ferocious. It's a real trust relationship.
We hear the word cheetah and immediately think of speed, and for good reason. At full speed, a cheetah can run at 100 kilometres per hour over short distances.
A lot of the time they don't actually even catch their prey, and they have no other defences apart from their speed. They don't have sharp claws, they don't have ferocious teeth. The speed is it.
The cheetah's lack of defence, other than speed, also helps to explain why it wears a camouflage coat. By lying still or moving only slowly, the cheetah is almost invisible.
And cheetahs are very elusive animals, and you may need to look very closely at this enclosure to see the cheetah that we have. They are very well camouflaged, and they spend the majority of their day sleeping in the shade. So to be looking under the shady spots in the enclosure and watching for any movement.
Because of their slimmer build and gentle nature, cheetahs have a far less fearful reputation than most of their larger cousins like lions and tigers. They also seem to more readily accept an association with humans when the need arises.
They're not classified as large cats. They don't roar, and that's the main thing. Large cats will roar, and the sounds that they make are very domestic cat-like. The purring, they make a sound called a chirp, which is a high-pitched call of distress. Then it sounds like a bird, and you can hear it for miles and miles. It just carries. So if an animal's in distress, or a cub's in distress, mum can hear them. They do almost a little meow chirp, which sounds like a meow, and that can be when she does it when she's impatient and I'm taking too long to feed her. So more like a domestic cat in that way. They have very good eyesight, cheetahs, fantastic eyesight. They hunt mainly by sight, which is another thing that's quite different to the other cats. And they're so interesting socially. The females don't interact much with each other. It's very interesting because you can have a single male, or you can have a group of males, or you can have a mum with cubs who will be with the cubs until they're 18 months and quite old and fairly independent. And then you can have a group of siblings that stay together. And then you can have an individual female, solitary female on her own that never has any contact with them apart from mating.
Like so many animals, cheetahs also face dangers from human activity. In many parts of their habitat, farmers are still shooting them.
A lot of areas of Africa, they've protected animals like the lions and the hyenas and all the game animals. And in doing that, it's led to a lot of competition for the smaller carnivores like the dogs and the cheetah. So those animals have really suffered, and because they've turned all these areas into farming areas, these animals are actually going in and taking some of the stock. And it might be quite a small number of stock, because they normally only kill for food, but it's enough that they get shot. So there's a lot of work happening over there at the moment to actually try and educate farmers and try and, let them know that these animals can be relocated.
By moving cheetahs to areas where they are not in conflict with human activities, their chances of survival are greatly increased.